Big 13 heavy. Take right open.
A man coming off an 1,100-yard campaign last year. Here's Travis Etienne. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Well, there you go. This offense off to a strong start this afternoon.
Yeah, with a big run and a first down. That's putting what you practice into play. That's excellent execution to get things started.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. On the counter, Etienne. And bulldozing his way through. Another first down, this time on a gain of 19. Absolutely no trouble moving the ball on the ground on the first 2 plays from scrimmage.
Absolutely. You know what I really like? Same guy carrying the ball on both plays, and what drives me crazy is when a back has a nice run, he taps his helmet to go out of the game. I would want the ball again and again and again because you've established really nice momentum, and now you're seeing the field really well.
So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 37-yard line. Off the play fake. Here's Lawrence. Airing it out, looking for Ridley. Oh, his first throw of the game going to be intercepted. Picked off by Steven Nelson. And the Texans are going to take possession here at their own 16-yard line.
They'll take over 1st and 10 at their own 16-yard line.
A man coming off a great rookie year. It's Dameon Pierce. Tackle made by Devin Lloyd, the linebacker.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
Oh, his first throw of the game going to be intercepted. Rayshawn Jenkins picks it off. The rookie was trying to push it downfield, but the safety bit him.
And he'll learn that you have to hold the safety. And you do that with your head movement, your eyes, sometimes your shoulders. Hold the safety so that you can get back to the throw that you really want to make. He got so excited thinking his guy was open that he made it easy for the defensive back to go get the football.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They start near midfield following the interception as they begin 1st and 10. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. He'll air this one out for Kirk. And that is incomplete. Christian Kirk, the man he was looking for, but it'll be 2nd down. Take a look at the defense for these Texans. They enter play here, number 11, just outside the top 10 in the league in stopping the run.
And that play right there shows exactly why they're so good against the run. Held the line of scrimmage, held the point of attack, and stuffed him for no gain.
On 2nd down, a run with Etienne. And he'll be brought down right on the 50, a gain of 3. Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or 2 because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
From midfield now, Lawrence. The 20. He will have the first down and a bit more. Touchdown, Jaguars. Evan Ingram, his first touchdown here in the new campaign. And the Jaguars use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one. On here, Brandon McManus for the point after. And this is up and good. The score now 7-0 Jaguars. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others, where they think they have an advantage. Dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
But despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. Second down.
In today's NFL, we're accustomed to the tight end getting downfield and creating plays and wreaking a little havoc in the secondary. Not on this one, though. They diagnosed that one really well.
Tried the dump off, lost yardage. Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw. It's knocked away and incomplete.
How about that? Red man coverage and decided to test him early. But it proved up to the task and forced the incompletion.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Picked up by Andre Sisco. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line.
And Brandon, how many times have we talked with these rookies out there, and then we finally hear from them that the game's slowed down and they're able to handle things? Not so far for this rookie, because right now, back-to-back drives, they picked him off. Not college football anymore. He's got to find a way to handle what these defenses throw at him.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Straight ahead, Etienne. And he works his way forward to pick up 4 yards there. Second down.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now. Hopefully get to the perimeter later, and let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on 1st down.
They go play action now. Lawrence. And he rifles one incomplete. The turnover put him in great field position. They don't want to squander it with 3rd down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
They haven't made much of this great starting field position they had. Here's 3rd and 6. They'll bring a receiver in motion right.
Take right open. Go, let's go.
On 3rd down, Lawrence. He'll get this out to the flat for Etienne. And he will have a Jaguars 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. On 1st and 10, it's Etienne. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. Travis Etienne, his 2nd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Jags lead this now 13-0 here in the opening quarter of the ballgame. Now McManus to tack on the extra point. And it's good, and they have jumped out here to a quick 13-0 first quarter lead. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively. Obviously, 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit. Like, hey, didn't we practice in that color jersey all week? Not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with it. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
Well, they had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. On 2nd down, it's Stroud. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked up by Andre Sisco. So his struggles just continuing here in the first half throwing the football. Charles, now 3 interceptions.
And they don't feel like they're just great plays by the defense. There's a sense that maybe he's a little careless with the football now. So some of the great coaches in the past, you know, they've always said, I can't teach you, obviously, because you're not listening. So maybe the bench can teach you.
Touchdown, Jaguars! Evan Ingram with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Jaguars are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Boy, still in the first quarter, and look out. I mean, they are on pace for over 80 points in this game. I don't know that they'll get there, CD, but this has been impressive to watch so far.
That certainly would be history in the making, wouldn't it, partner? We're going to actually watch and see if it actually happens. Although, like you, I have my doubts, but they are firmly in control of this game.
So how about this for a start? 21-0 here in the first as they kick this one away. Here's Tank down to return it from his end zone. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. Now, early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game, but I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally, because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated, because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice, but at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
Pierce now up the middle. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. Without the previous penalty, that would have been a first down. Instead, it's just a gain of 10. Well, you're down early. How do you get back in the game? Maybe establish the run. I think they're trying to do that.
Now, I'm with you on that one, and what I like about the message is that there's no panic from the head coach. He's already told his offensive coordinator, let's run the football, let's get things settled down a little bit, and find our way back into this game.
Yeah, he'll fight for a couple as the tackle is made at about the 32.
But that's all about doing the dirty work right there defensively. Second and short yardage, that's all about plugging those gaps, not giving the running back a crease to run through, and has a nice job to hold him just a couple and force a third down.
Stroud sets up the play action. He's got his target. That's complete. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. And that one results in 35 yards. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Here's Devin Singletary. He played in this state at Florida Atlantic. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. So add that tackle for a loss to the 2 that he had a week ago.
And you know what he's doing right now?
Smiling?
Yeah, definitely doing that. But he's also patting his guys on the back, his defensive front, because they're keeping him clean, meaning no one's getting to him as a blocker. He's able to run to the football, and the plays he's making, he's spilling them in the offensive backfield.
After the loss, they'll come up 2nd and 13. Stroud working out of the gun. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down. You look at this Jaguar defense. They've been dreadful against the run. No getting around at number 32, dead last in the NFL.
Well, there wasn't anything wrong with them on that play, was there? Able to make a nice stop, held them to no gain. The key to their defense, though, is exactly what the defensive coordinator told you and I. They've got to be consistent.
Give him that on the carry, but it's not enough. And it'll be 4th down. 21-0 our score after 1.
With the score, Jaguars 21, Texans nothing.
And the first play will be a field goal try. From the left hash mark, this a 43-yard attempt. The kick by Fairbairn is good. And the deficit drops now from 21 down to 18. So they do come up with their first points of the game. But, Charles, the question is going to shift to their defense.
Yeah, the way things have gone, 3 points could become insignificant fast if this grows to 28-3 or 35-3. They need this defense to come up with a stop, and they need to do it now.
From his end zone, here comes Agnew. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18.
The Jaguars take over first and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
Let's go.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive.
Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one. That's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
Hey, run.
Now a 2nd and 10. In motion right is Ridley.
Sink right.
A give running right, Etienne. And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on 1st down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
Here comes 3rd down at 7. They go play action with Lawrence. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. A big play that time for Jacksonville. 53 yards.
I'll tell you what, this is not going to be a fun discussion at halftime for this defense. They've been absolutely taken advantage of in the first half. And here's another play for big yardage.
So that changes things in a big way. Now from all the way down inside the 30, here's 1st and 10. Play action. It's Lawrence. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by the former first-rounder Jimmy Ward. And the Texans are going to take over at their own 13-yard line.
They'll take over first and 10 at their own 13-yard line.
Let's go now.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And this, let's face it, an important drive if they're going to get back into this ballgame.
Think about going into the locker room down 21-10 as opposed to 21-3. 21-10, a little more optimism, a little more bounce around the locker room, a little more discussion about how they're going to finish this thing off. 21-3, I think discouragement clouds that locker room.
Yeah, and I think a touchdown much bigger than a field goal on this drive just to get into the end zone and get that momentum. Takes it to about the 37.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
From the 37, they work on 2nd and 6. The 2nd down throw now from Stroud. Looking deep here from Mechie. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Tyson Campbell. And the Jags are going to get the football here as he gets this up past the 20-yard line. Boy, Charles, you hate to see this for a rookie quarterback. You're hoping it doesn't shake his confidence, but that confidence, it might be shaken because that is 4 interceptions for him now in this ballgame.
It has to be shaken. Wouldn't be human if you weren't. Doesn't matter whether you're a rookie or a veteran. 4 interceptions, you're not sure what you're doing out there. So to me as a coaching staff, I would think very hard about getting him out and trying it again another day.
Pretty solid run here on first down. Almost picked up another first, but he appears to be a few inches short.
Now, that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there.
On second down, Etienne once more. And this will be a Jaguars first down as the tackle made at about the 38.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Now Lawrence. They'll try and set up the screen to Etienne.
And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. 11 yards there for Jacksonville and a first down as well.
And when you have success throwing the football, the old cliche becomes true. The playbook opens up wide, and these screen passes, they become even more difficult to stop.
11. Have gun. 11, Agate.
And they'll throw on first down with Lawrence.
This one complete to Christian Kirk. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. The catch and run, good for 18 and a first down.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
On 1st and 10, it's Lawrence. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far.
Picked off by the former first-rounder Jimmy Ward.
And the Texans are going to get it back here just shy of the 20.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going.
Well, still early in this one, Charles, but the last time this offense was out there, they threw their first interception of the ball game, so try to avoid repeating that mistake here on this drive.
And to put a positive spin on it, at least it happened in the first half and not in a close game in the 4th quarter, but you're absolutely right, partner. One of the last things this offensive quarterback wants to witness again in this game.
Kind of an obvious question, Charles, but anything you try to avoid after your first pick, or you say it's one interception, we're still in the first half, I'm going to do the same thing?
I think you want to avoid playing scared, and put it into the mind of the quarterback that you've lost confidence in him. Make sure you get some throws that he's going to be able to complete, make him feel good about himself, and continue to run your offense.
Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. Stroud off the play fake. Pass to the sideline and pulled in. And he is going to have a Texans first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
It's been a very one-sided game so far. They got to change what they're doing right now, don't they? You can't wait till the halftime speech to make an adjustment.
No, you can't, because if you're doing it right, you're adjusting from series to series, and they need a big adjustment here to try to put some points on the board.
Found a little room there as he's up to about the 37. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
2nd down and 3. Stroud now on 2nd down.
And now here's another interception.
Picked up by Foyesade American.
And they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory.
Ramp 23. Easy.
Etienne up the middle.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Desmond King making the tackle.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
On second down, here's Lawrence. And that is incomplete. Down to 15 seconds now.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far. But on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
On play action, Lawrence. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. That goes for a gain of 31. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. The Texans down on the scoreboard, but they do get the first crack here as we are back underway in the second half. And no fireworks to start the half. This will be a touchback. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Well, they look up at the scoreboard facing that deficit. A 3-score game, Charles, but look, there's plenty of time to go here. The old football cliche that comes to my mind is you can't get it all back at once. They probably need something, though, out of this drive, at least 3 points.
Are you trying to say that there's no 3-score drive on that play sheet for any of those coordinators? They just don't have it, right? You're trying to get it all back. You know you can't get it back in one drive, but maybe cut into it a little bit as you just suggested. Try and create a little bit of momentum, a little bit of a spark, and then maybe that'll carry over.
And he's got room. Now he's loose at the 40, and he winds up getting this all the way down to the Jags' 32-yard line. 80 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. He had been held in check. Now he breaks that big run, shows the explosiveness we all knew was there.
All right, tell the truth now. You knew it was just a matter of time, didn't you? We've seen this so many times from him. Hold him down, and then breaks out.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. He was held without a catch in the first half, but he's got one here, and he also picks up a first down. I don't know what they talked about at halftime. Whatever it was, it worked. They looked like a different team here in the third quarter.
Yeah, I doubt that there were very many trash cans that got kicked over, that type of a speech. I think what they did was they analyzed what worked in the first half.
Touchdown, Texans! Dalton Schultz from 17 yards out. And the Texans are able to cut into this lead as they score on the opening drive of the second half. Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And it makes the score 21-10. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. From his end zone, here comes Agnew. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21.
At their own 21-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And they were terrific in the first half, built up a sizable lead, and it's just been cut into a bit following the opening drive score on the other side. But this is a unit that has to be itching to get the football again.
You could say that again. They've got to be pretty eager because, let's face it, they've had to sit through halftime, then sit on the sidelines and watch that drive. So you can bet that.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Derek Stingley picks it, and they take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line. He's at it again, Charles. He had the pick 6 last week. Not a pick 6 here, but an interception.
It's another Oski, because that's the word we use when we intercept a pass. Oski tells your team to rally around and block for you. Well, that worked really well last week because he had made it all the way to the end zone. This week, he got the Oski, maybe not a touchdown, but boy, he's playing really well.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
That was nice work there defensively to force incompletion. Now, even though this drive started in plus territory, they're still not in field goal range yet. So they can work towards another couple of stops and not allowing that turnover to hurt.
2nd and 10. On second down, here's Pierce.
And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. Not the start to the drive they were hoping for. That run doesn't get them much at all.
No, not at all. And that leaves them with 3rd and long, which means you got to dial up something pretty good. Think your best player with a play that he likes to run best.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Looking to throw is Mills. And he is caught.
And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down.
And that's one of the better plays we've seen this offense put together so far. They haven't been able to get on track much at all. But listen, they're only down a couple of scores with the rest of this quarter, and the entire 4th remaining, so stranger things have happened.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
At this point in the game and the situation they're in, partner, these incompletions that we're seeing, they need to turn into positive snaps, and soon.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Pierce takes it straight ahead.
They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming.
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
On 3rd down, here's Mills. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9.
They'll run here with Pierce.
And from the 9, they get this to the 5-yard line.
This is a critical sequence here for this offense. Things really haven't gone their way so far. This could be their chance to get back into it, but they've got to find a way to punch this ball in.
Once more, it's Pierce.
And he's going to get him about 3 yards closer. He's down to about the 2.
Sometimes I get caught in hyperbole, but I think they desperately need to punch this one in. They're running out of time.
Yeah, 2-score game, second half. You're down here. This is the time to put it in the end zone.
And not going to get much better than this for an opportunity.
The line of scrimmage is the 2 here on 3rd and goal.
Singletary will take this one in for a Texans touchdown.
Well, this offense only mustered 3 points in the first half on that field goal. They picked up the pace now. 2 third-quarter touchdowns.
Hey, you remember that appearance we had last week in front of that crowd, and they asked about halftime adjustments and all that was going on, and remember what I said. It's not always an adjustment at halftime. Sometimes just remembering the game plan and playing better, tuning it up and just working through it methodically. They got it done in this case.
Of course, I'll always remember that appearance because I had on a brown belt with black shoes, and you pointed that out in front of the crowd. So thanks for that.
I said that out loud?
You did.
My bad.
From his end zone, here comes Agnew. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. Their lead down to a field goal now as they start with a 1st and 10.
And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line.
94 yards now for ETN, and he's got a 1st down.
It continues to be effective running the football, a big reason that they have the lead.
And I love one of the quotes that I read about him where he said of himself, I love it when a team just hops on my back and I just carry them along.
On 1st down, right back to ETN.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 23 yards on the pickup there and a 1st.
Boy, what would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
Back Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Here's the rookie from Auburn, Tank Bigsby. Tackled by Jonathan Grenard.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
2nd and 9 from the 44. Off the play fake. Here's Lawrence.
And he's going to go down. The Texans come at him and able to bring him to the ground. They get to him for a loss of 4, and it brings up 3rd down on the sack.
So now after the sack of Lawrence, the Jags looking at a 3rd and long. Lawrence. He'll drop that underneath to ETN.
And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down.
And I believe that gain on 3rd and long changes things quite a bit, because this would be a very long field goal. I wouldn't be surprised to see him go for it here.
So the kick from here on a field goal would have been right at 53 yards. But instead, offense out there. They're going for it.
Going for it. Here's ETN.
And he's able to pick up the first before he's taken down at the 27. So a moment to catch our collective breath after the 4th down conversion. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
So the drive stays alive after the 4th down conversion. 1st and 10 inside the 30. Now Lawrence. And that throw behind his man. He missed him. Incomplete.
They had their backs up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple of more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
Second and 10 now. It's Lawrence.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Evan Ingram, 27 yards.
And the Jaguars get an important score there to extend their lead here in this 4th quarter. Well, he's regarded as one of the best athletes among NFL tight ends, Charles, and it certainly was on display right there.
And as we've seen this league continue to grow and develop, I think the tight end position is becoming harder and harder to defend, because now it's elite athletes playing that position, not just the big guys who can block. How about his ability to get downfield and make plays against any defense?
And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going.
And you figure after giving up that last touchdown, they trail by 2 scores here in the 4th quarter. This drive becomes very critical.
And he's upended at the 33, following a good pickup of 8.
Now that's a run that warms a play caller's heart, because you're actually set up to do whatever you want on offense. You can come right back and run essentially the same play because you have momentum, or you can fake that running play and throw something deep over the top, or you now feel like you have an extra down to play with, because if you go ahead and just throw it and you don't get it, come back and try and pick it up on 3rd down.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That'll be a pickup of 10 as they try to recover from this 10-point deficit.
Well, every drive from here out is definitely crucial and critical. They know that they need to get at least 3 here to get it back to a one-score game. But I can't imagine that in their huddle that they're thinking at all about getting a field goal. They want to get into the end zone and then try to get the ball back again.
A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Dameon Pierce, his intended target, out of the backfield.
But it's going to be second down.
Running it out of the gun with Pierce.
And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield.
104 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
Man, these guys may not win this ball game, but you certainly can't fault the effort of this man here today. He's been a real thorn in their sides all afternoon. And that last carry puts him over the 100-yard mark.
Now a third down throw, but it misses the 2-yard incomplete. Misconnection there. He's on just 50% of his passes thus far. Not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
Here's Cameron Johnston now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. And maybe some indecision on what to do, and they're going to get a delay.
Now, the offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted.
Here's Cameron Johnston now as he's on a punt for the first time this afternoon. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. And no one there to stop it. Hits at the 8, but it carries all the way into the end zone for a touchback.
Lawrence bringing the Jaguars up, 1st and 10.
At their own 20-yard line.
They'll look to ETN to start things out.
And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's second down.
So 4th quarter, a nice run there to start this drive. Charles, what do you think the split will be here between run and pass?
Well, partner, I think it'll lean towards the run, but this is also not a time where you just totally do that. You still have to possess the ball, move the sticks, and keep the clock moving as well. So they'll run their offense, but yeah, when they have a chance to run it, they'll do that a little bit more.
And this is incomplete. Oh, it looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in.
And this offense on 3rd down today, they've been near perfect, 4 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 6.
From the gun, it's Lawrence. He's got his target. That's complete. And he is going to have a Jags first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Big hook up there, forced to throw it on 3rd down. The connection's going to keep the drive alive and also keep the clock moving.
Yeah, and from a defensive perspective, didn't get a sack, didn't knock the ball free, didn't break up the pass. The clock keeps running on you. You're in a dire situation now.
Throwing now, Lawrence on 1st down.
Oh, what a heck of an effort there as he'll make the diving catch. That is now 19-yard gains on back-to-back plays.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomped down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 37-yard line.
Running out of the gun with ETN. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. Starting to become a tough spot for this defense. You're down, 4th quarter, looking a little fatigued maybe on that side of the ball.
Partner, we've seen this before, haven't we? Because every coach we've ever talked to says body language is important. And now you're seeing guys with their hands on their hips, they're bent over, hands on their knees. And the offensive guys are just saying, let's just keep running it out. We've got them now.
15 yards down to the 15 and a first down.
This is something you got to be wary of defensively. I mean, just because they're in the mode of trying to burn some clock doesn't mean they won't pass it. And they got good yardage out of that one.
Yeah, and really, when you're looking at it, now they've got a fresh set of downs. Look for 2nd down. If they want to take another shot and try and loosen things up, that'd be the time to do it.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. A shotgun snap and a give to ETN.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
A loss of a yard.
Now Lawrence now going to move him around.
At the 16-yard line.
Here's Lawrence.
He'll be hit and taken down at the 21.
Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. So now after the sack of Lawrence, the Jags looking at a 3rd and long.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And my goodness, another interception.
Picked up by Steven Nelson. And the Texans are going to take over at their own 13-yard line. This is 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with Pierce.
And he'll be taken down at the 18.
Not a huge play, but I think they're more than happy with how it turned out. Don't be surprised to see them revisit that call because there was a lane there for more than just 5 yards. Put it in your back pocket and break it out when you need it later.
And he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. All 3 timeouts remain, but they've got to score quick. It's 1st and 10. Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. And right now, defensively, you love that, don't you? I mean, you'll give them that play.
And they'll take it every single time. This is almost like nickeling and diming it downfield, and too much time's going to run off the clock.
That's complete to Pierce.
And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. Well, they try to swing it on left into the flat. Complete, but really nice open field tackling.
And they played that one like a great boxer. They were on their toes on that one. They weren't back on their heels reacting to the play. No, they saw it, came right for it, and made a nice tackle for lost yardage.
Mills hit, and he loses the ball.
And the Jags grab it. And great field position coming up in the red zone at the 17-yard line.
Well, that drive wasn't a case of wanting to put points on the board. It was needing to, having to, and they didn't get it done.
Yeah, didn't get it done. And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure. So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. So this will be a win for Jacksonville. And it was a game where they were off and running in the first quarter, Charles, and never looked back.
You know, Pat, after a while, we always say the same thing, don't we? They set the tone early, right? They started fast. So I asked a few of my horse racing friends, do you have a term for me that we can use to cover that? And they said, yeah. When a horse breaks out like that, you say he caught a flyer out of the gate. And that's exactly what this team did today. I mean, they jumped out there, jumped on them, and were never headed.
So for the Jaguars, they're into the win column now as they move to 1-2 on the young season. And they'll get to stay home again next week. Meanwhile, for the Texans, the early struggles continue as they'll sink to 0-3. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon.